Good afternoon and welcome to the webinar hosted by the Investor Responsibility Research Center Institute and Institutional Shareholder Services on a new study, Controlled Companies in the Standard & Poor's 1500, a 10-year performance and risk review. If you haven't already, we invite you to download the full study at www.irrcinstitute.org along with the press release regarding this report. Following this webinar, this PowerPoint will be available at the IRC site, and tomorrow we'll have an audio recording of this webinar available. Today we'll do quick introductions, do an in-depth review of the research, and then take your questions. Our speakers today are Sean Quinn, Vice President, Institutional Shareholder Services. Sean was the author of the study, followed by John Lekumnik, Executive Director of the Investor Responsibility Research Center Institute. John will say a few words about the study and why it's important to the IRRC Institute. Just a few words about the IRRC Institute if you're not familiar with the organization. It's a non-for-profit organization established in 2005. Essentially what the IRRC Institute does is it funds and disseminates research that's at the intersection of corporate responsibility and the informational needs of investors. Takes a look at the capital market context that impacts how investors and companies make decisions. All of the research by the Institute is available at no charge on the website, again, www.irrcinstitute.org. We invite you to take a look at all the research that the Institute has conducted since its founding. You'll see here a listing of several of the reports that have been funded and published of late. You'll see there's a wide range of issues covered here. Executive superstars, peer groups, and overcompensation preceded this study. Along with that report, we also did an executive compensation study with Harvard. Other reports of interest include an investor guide to hydraulic fracturing issued in March of 2012, corporate governance of political expenditures, a 2011 benchmark report on the S&P 500 companies. And then last on the slide is the state of engagement between U.S. corporations and shareholders. Sean actually worked on that report with the IRC Institute. So that's just a snapshot of some of the reports that we've conducted. Again, we invite you to go to the site and take a look at the full body of research. With that, I will turn the presentation over to Sean. He will provide an overview of ISS as well as an in-depth look at the research. Sean?
Thanks, Kelly. Just a little background on ISS. ISS is the world's leading provider of corporate governance services to the global financial community. Our 1,700 clients include asset managers, asset owners, hedge funds, banks, academics, and advisors. ISS offers governance services, investment services, and securities class action services. In addition, as a lead provider of research, data, and voting services to the global investment community, ISS is committed to leveraging its experience to contribute to the dialogue and body of knowledge of corporate governance for the benefit